The black and white stripes on the couch represent how Anja was imprisoned in her depression. When people are depressed, they often feel trapped and like there's no way out of the pain they are feeling. This is why in panels 5 through 8, Anja is the only character seen on the couch, to show how she is separated from her family because of her depression. Panel 4 stands out because instead of following the normal setup of the panels of the rest of the comic, Panel 4 is tilted out of its own spot so that the edge of the panel overlaps with Panel 3. Panel 4 is tilted to intentionally stand out. Throughout the comic, the panels are arranged in a very organized fashion. When people are depressed, they don't care about anything and they do not stand out and just go through the motions in life. But instead, Spiegelman chose to tilt the panel to purposely make it stand out. He chose to make it stand out because Anja's depression is a significant part of the book, especially later on when the reader learns that Anja committed suicide. It is significant that Spiegelman chose to highlight Anja's mental illness so much, considering the way that mental illness, especially in women, was so stigmatized during the 1940s. This adds to the honesty of Spiegelman's narrative because the emotions in the book are so raw.
The top speech bubble is shaped differently from the rest. It has jagged edges. The jagged speech bubble draws attention to the importance of the news that Vladek is receiving about Anja's mental breakdown. Anja's struggle with depression is a continuity throughout the book that she can never seem to escape. This affects the plot in several ways. Vladek and Anja take a 3-month break from life in the sanitarium in order to get Anja better, only to come back to find that Vladek's business has been robbed and that their lives will only get harder from this point on throughout the book. The jagged edges emphasize that things are going to get more difficult both externally and internally for Vladek and Anja's relationship. In the first panel, the scene begins with only the city visible with a speech bubble over it. In panels 2 through 3, it shows the inside of the Zeilerberg house and shows Anja on the couch, clearly upset. In panel 4, it is completely zoomed in on Anja's face. The zoom that is demonstrated in each panel conveys a more dramatic reveal of Anja's true emotions and the intense feeling behind the statement, "But I just don't care, I just don't want to live." The second part, panels 5 through 8, return to the normal angle where the Zeilerberg's living room is visible and the reader can see Vladek and Anja's dad talking, while Anja's mother comforts her on the couch. The author intentionally zoomed back to the normal angle after Anja confesses she does not want to live because it shows how normal life still continues on. This matches her parents' wishes for her to get better as soon as possible and return to her normal state of mind. This is also probably why Anja committed suicide later on in life. She was never allowed to get better from her original depressive feelings because after her return from the sanitarium, they immediately had bigger problems. The hiding they had to endure and the loss of her family only worsened Anja's mental state.